Hey Nintendo fans and collectors, this is Lithium017 from my channel, Nintendo Collecting 101, bringing you collecting tip number 84, Sleep on It. As a collector, I often find myself looking for games out in the wild, whether I'm at a garage sale, a flea market, a retro game store, or a new game store. I find some items, and I find a game or a controller, or some figurines, and I really want to have it that day. I want to buy it here and now. I'm here to tell you maybe that's not the best decision, maybe you should sleep on it overnight, and that same case is also for buying things online or buying things off Kijiji, K-I-J-I-J-I, or Craigslist. You might want to give yourself 24 hours to sleep on it just to make sure you're making the right decision. Examples from my past go all the way back at least 5 years. This is Final Fight Guy, a boxed version. I do not have the instructions, even though this box does say, includes instructions, in English. This is a Blockbuster exclusive, and it's quite rare for the Super Nintendo. When I was in university, a guy was selling N64, Super Nintendo, and NES cartridges mostly at my university, and he had a copy of Final Fight Guy. I was just ecstatic to see such a rare game in my hands in the wild. I believe he was asking $120 for it, roughly, and I decided maybe that's a bit too much money for me right now. I was a student, obviously I'm on a budget, it's just one game. So I went home, I slept on it, I came back next week, he still had it, but I just decided to keep waiting and to see if I could find this game for a better deal online, which I did eventually. I think I also found it with the box, so not only did I get a better condition game actually, I also got one with the box for a better deal. You might want to hold back on something when you find it in the wild, even though it's really rare in the wild. Maybe you can find a better deal on it. Just make sure you're making the right choice. An example of that where I wish I could take it back. Sometimes I wish I could take it back. This is a Geoffrey controller for the Nintendo 64. Geoffrey is one of the mascots of Toys R Us. This controller is gray on the bottom, black on top. It usually does have a box. My contact in Japan found this controller, let me know. The price was pretty good actually, but I do regret this. I wish I slept on it because I would have told myself, hey Lithium, hey Dan, you really want to get this complete, you want to get this with the box, you want to buy it once, buy it right, because now I need to sell this controller eventually when I get a box complete version, so I really wish I waited. The same thing can go with this controller, which is for the Nintendo GameCube. This one is also a Japanese exclusive. It's for Club Nintendo, and this one is pretty rare, and it's usually worth a few $100s. I was looking for this controller for a while, for a few months. I saw a few on eBay for several $100s, and I just decided, you know what? There's not that much special to this controller. It's white, it's blue, which actually reminds me of the Wii. It does have that insignia at the top, but if I can save $100 on this, I might as well wait. I don't need this right now. So I was patient. I did spend quite a bit of money on this, but I did actually save myself some money because I slept on it. Newer games, you can also very easily sleep on it and save yourself money. If you're the kind of person that needs a game on launch day, then you're spending a lot of money. When Fortune Street first came out, I really wanted it at launch. I was quite interested in it. I think it's a very obscure game that will do well in collectors' hands. But then I decided $50 for this. You know what? I have Mario Party. I have a lot of other games to play for the Wii right now. I can probably wait a few months and get this still factory sealed brand new for about $20. When that day comes, then I'll buy it. So I waited, and guess what? I got it for $20 or less, saved myself some money. When I was looking to get a Pokemon figurine set, I really wanted to get the original 151 figures, and I was going to buy them individually. I was going to try and get really good quality ones, and I just eventually decided, hey, this collector case exists. If I can find this in the box, in good condition, then I might buy it. My fiance and I really do like Pokemon. She loves the games. And when I found this, pretty close to her birthday, boxed set, great price, I pounced on it. I found several versions of this same set over the course of a few months that didn't come with a good condition box or no box at all. So sleeping on it really allowed me to get what I wanted. Another time where you should sleep on it is if you're buying something off Craigslist or off Kijiji online and you're going to meet the person at a Tim Hortons, because I'm Canadian, or somewhere in public. you might want to say, can we meet tomorrow? Can we meet the next day? Giving yourself that buffer zone or buffer time will just let you sleep on the deal that you're making, the price you're paying, and what you're doing to get it or to trade for it. Thank you for watching collecting tip number 84. Sleep on it. Remember to follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, fill that like bucket, and remember, as always, game on.